Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power is considered the Bible of modern manipulation. Most people treat Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power as the ultimate manual for dominance. But what happens when you encounter someone who wasn't raised in society, but in a vacuum? Robert Greene assumes his laws are being used by humans, with human emotions. But the White Room created a masterpiece that operates on a different frequency. Law 4 says, always say less than necessary. It's meant to make you look powerful. But for Ayanokoji Kiyotaka, looking powerful is a tactical error. Today, we are deconstructing the Ayanokoji paradox. We will explore why he doesn't just follow the laws, he weaponizes the weaknesses within the laws themselves. If you are still trying to look like a leader, you are already a pawn. By the end of this protocol, you will understand the one shadow law, that Robert Greene missed the law that allows Ayanokoji to control the room without ever entering the conversation. Let's start with Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Greene argues that brevity makes you appear great and intimidating. The psychological twist. In clinical psychology, there is a phenomenon called the need for closure. The human brain hates ambiguity. When Ayanokoji remains silent, he isn't just being quiet. He is creating a psychological vacuum. When you use silence as a power move, as Greene suggests, people sense your ego. They think, he's trying to be mysterious. But when Ayanokoji does it, he removes his ego entirely. He becomes a blank slate. Think about your last argument. You felt the urge to defend yourself, right? That's your ego. Ayanokoji has been trained to treat his ego as a disposable tool. By the end of this section, ask yourself, can you sit in a room for 60 seconds of dead silence without checking your phone or cracking a joke? If you can't, you are vulnerable to the vacuum. Law 46 states, never appear too perfect. Greene says you should show defects to avoid envy. The psychological deep dive. Ayanokoji takes this to a level of statistical camouflage. Most people try to hide their talent by acting dumb, but acting dumb is a performance, and performances can be seen through. Ayanokoji uses the law of averages. By aiming for a 50% score on every metric, he occupies the dead zone of human perception. Psychologically, we ignore the average. We notice the best, and we notice the worst. We never notice the person who is perfectly, mathematically unremarkable. This raises a chilling question. How many people in your own life are averaging their potential just to watch you from the shadows? Why can Ayanokoji maintain these broken laws when normal people fail? The answer lies in adaptive psychopathy. In the White Room, students are taught to decouple their physiological response from their cognitive decision. When someone insults you, your heart rate spikes. That's Law 3-6 disdain things you cannot have. You react because you are hurt. Ayanokoji's protocol involves a mental firewall. He views social interactions not as emotional exchanges, but as game theory simulations. He doesn't disdain his enemies, he simply calculates their utility. If you can master even 1% of this emotional decoupling, you become immune to gaslighting, manipulation, and social pressure. I'm going to show you exactly how to start building that firewall in the final segment. Robert Greene wrote for the kings and the courtiers. Ayanokoji was built for the new era of influence, where the person with the least presence has the most power. The 48 laws are about having power. The Ayanokoji protocol is about being power. One requires a crown, the other requires only a mind that has been stripped of its need for a crown. We've analyzed the silence, the camouflage, and the psychopathy, but there is one question left. If you were in the White Room, would you have been the masterpiece, or would you have been a discard? Robert Greene wrote the laws for those who want to climb the mountain. Ayanokoji was built inside the mountain. Tell me in the comments, what is your 50%? What part of your life are you willing to hide to gain total control? Protocol complete. Subscribe to continue the simulation.